All right, let's create something else that might help you with your 1-point perspective city. So let's look at how you would create bricks. So first thing we do is we have our building. So we have our front of the building. Oh, first thing we do is we have our horizon line. Duh, Miss Albert. Okay, and our vanishing point. Okay, so there's a front of our building. Let's make the side of the building. We go from the corners to the vanishing point, corner to the vanishing point. And then what happens in the front happens in the back. So slide it on down. And then we can erase those extra converging lines. And we can erase the horizon line. All right, now we're going to go ahead and make, I forgot the side of the building. We're going to go ahead and make some bricks. So this is a brick building. So it's going to work similarly to the log cabin demo if you had a look at that, because the idea is basically the same. So on the front of the building, you're still just going to have a regular horizontal and vertical lines. Because we're facing it, it's going to look normal. So it's just regular horizontal lines. So what you're going to do, of course, you would do your doors and windows first, which I did not. But let's say we had a door here. We can erase those lines from inside of it. And let's say we have a really big window here. It's like a display window. Maybe there's mannequins in it or something like that. Okay, let's also pretend that that was perfectly straight. All right, so now we're going to create our bricks. So the horizontal lines continue as we go up the page. Okay, and they've got approximately the same distance in between them because we're facing it. It really doesn't have to change at all. Now, in order to create the vertical parts of the bricks, here's what you're going to do. Do one, skip one. So watch. I'm going to just find a spot on my page anywhere I want where I want to start my bricks. So I'm going to do one, skip one. Do one, skip one. Do one, skip one. Do one, skip all of those because I'm inside the window, etc. Now I'm going to move over. So let's say my next ones are, let's say they're here, okay? Do one, skip one. Do one, skip one. And I'm skipping the same one here. I'm going to keep moving over. Now I'm behind my door, so I can't really do those ones. Keep moving over. Do one, skip one. Do one, skip one. Do one, skip one. Do one, move on. All right, now do, skip, do, skip, do. All right, now we need to do the in-betweens. The ones that we skipped before, we now have to put lines there. So I'm going to go in between, like the middle of this brick, directly in the middle, and I'm going to start with the one that I skipped. So I'm going to skip one, do one, skip one, do one, skip one, do one, move it over. Skip one, do one, skip one, do one, skip one, do one, move it over. Okay, hopefully you get the gist of this. I can't go down here because that's through my door. And there I've created the bricks. Okay, I should have done the same thing on the top. I'll just follow the same lines here. Now for the side of the building, it's going to look very similar. The only thing that's going to change is the horizontals. So the horizontals, because we're on the side of the building, the horizontal lines have to go towards the vanishing point. The verticals will stay vertical. So we're going towards the vanishing point from each of these lines. All right, now it's time to do the verticals on the side of this building. So you'll notice I just carried on that horizontal line that I drew in the front to the side. And for the verticals, your lines are still going to be perfectly vertical. So you're going to do the exact same thing you did over here, which is do one, skip one, do one, skip one, all the way up. Okay, slide your ruler over and do the next row. And we're still keeping in the same one, so we're still skipping the same row each time. Move it over. You can see my lines are still completely vertical. If it's vertical in real life, it stays vertical when we draw it in perspective. We'll do one more at the edge here. Now we do the in-betweens. So the ones that we skipped before, now we do. So let's go ahead and add those in right here. Do one, skip one, do one, skip one, do one, skip one, skip, skip, skip. Move it over now. So we're going in between this brick, in between this brick. So do one, skip one. There you have it. There is my building made out of bricks. And of course, now would be the time to start adding other details, what's inside my display window, what's on my door, etc. So there you have your demo on how to create bricks. And of course, it would work the same way if you wanted these to just be stripes. You just wouldn't do the verticals. It would be a striped building on the front and the side without the vertical lines of the bricks.